Hey guys, what's up? It's Liz here, and welcome to Sunday, day 5 of the 12 Days of Self-Care Challenge. So, if you're just joining us for the very first time, and this is the first one of these videos you've come across, my 12 Days of Self-Care Challenge is inspired by the 12 Days of Christmas. So yes, there will be some singing involved, and I can't sing, so spoiler alert. But anyway, that's not the point. The point of this video series is for the next 12 days, and I'm in day 5 of 12, I will be sharing tips and inspirations for self-care. It's an alternative approach to New Year's resolutions and that sort of thing. Because for me, New Year's resolutions, they're great if they work for you. More power to you. Use it. Use what works. But for me, I find that I get all excited and maybe I'm good for the first couple of days of the new year, and then it tapers off and it's not sustainable. So my whole philosophy centers around making those key tweaks in different areas of your life to make that transformational, sustainable change that you need to take better care of yourself, to be successful in all aspects of your life. And that means taking better care of yourself in all aspects and all ways. So I'm dedicating 12 days of self-care to sharing information, tips, inspiration to help you do exactly that. As we go, if you like what you hear, chime in the comments, hit the like button, and if you have ideas to share or something that I'm saying resonates with you, please share it in the comments, because I want these videos to be a resource to anybody who comes across them so that they can get empowered and get the information that they need to take better care of themselves in the new year and beyond. So with that as an overview, I have one quick little housekeeping thing that I want to take care of before I jump into today, day 5, and that is I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to everybody who has tuned in. I'm just amazed at the number of views and shares and likes and things like that the series is getting so far. On my Facebook page, if you're seeing this on YouTube, I'm going to post it there as well. The replay's there. But I need to give a big shout out to 4 very special people who I don't believe have missed a broadcast to date. Tracy, thank you so much, my fellow sister Greek. I love you, and I appreciate you so much for your support. Abrina, C3, my sorority sister, thank you so much for being here every day. Vanessa, my former coworker and good friend, thank you for all of your support and for tuning in and sharing everything. And Kiplin, you know I love you. We go way back like Mariah and ODB. And I really, really, really appreciate you so much. So anyway, I have to give a shout out to those 4 people who have been here every single day cheering me on. And so with that out of the way, let's just jump right into day 5 and find out what my true self gave to me. This one is so important that I'm actually going to sing it twice. Once now and once at the end of the broadcast. Plus, when I was little and learning the song, the 12 Days of Christmas, 5 Golden Rings, I used to remix it in my head. It was always my favorite line in the song, because even though there's 12 days and 5 isn't in the middle, for some reason the way that they wrote the song, 5 just kind of breaks it up, and you know that it's this pivotal thing. Once you get to 5, it's all downhill and it's smooth sailing from there on out. So 5 is a really, 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 really key day in the self-care challenge, and you'll find out why in a minute. So here we go. Not that that's helping my voice at all. So anyway, all right. So on the 5th day of self-care, my best self, this is live. We have to edit that take. Remix, start over. Okay, here we go. So on the 5th day of self-care, my true self gave to me 5 minutes to breathe. 4 yoga classes, 3 Kindle books, 2 scented candles, and a blanket with a cup of green tea. I told you 5 was really, 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 really important. 5 minutes to breathe. Do it with me. Just sit here and take a very deep breath in and let it out. Sometimes that is the greatest gift you can give to yourself, is just 5 minutes to breathe. Yesterday I talked about how we need to take in more water as part of our self-care regimen. Well, you also need to take in oxygen. We need to breathe. The act of breathing helps to slow us down. We forget that, right? Because how many times do teachers tell little kids when they're like having a moment and kind of acting up to sit down and count to 10, because it slows them down mentally, and it also slows them down physiologically too. So we need to count to 10 sometimes, and we need to take 5 minutes for ourselves. So today is all about taking time just for you. 5 minutes to breathe. And I mean that literally and figuratively. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips to do that. 3 ways that you can implement today, starting today, to get your 5 minutes to breathe. But let me just talk about why that's important. Having you time is really important, and you need a you space. That's why man caves, and now, I don't know if this is a real thing, but it's in this TV commercial, she sheds. Those things are really, really important. You need your own space. And if you have little ones at home, whether those are little ones are your pets or your children or your spouses or whatever, sometimes you try to escape to the bathroom and they follow you in there. You can't even get away in the bathroom, right? Because your role as a parent, as a caregiver, caretaker, in your household never stops. It's 24/7. Sometimes, especially I remember when our youngest was a wee tot, he'd climb right in bed, and it wasn't unusual to wake up with a foot in your face or or an elbow somewhere or whatever. But sometimes it's really hard just to get 5 minutes to breathe, to rest, to get centered, to calm yourself down. And if you have a crazy hectic job, like I know most of you who are watching do, it's hard to get that 5 minutes to breathe at work. It is. It's really, really, really hard. So what can and should you do? Now, I talk a lot about this stuff in my work-life balance workshop, in my work-life balance coaching program. So if you're interested in going deeper into this stuff, hit me up on my website at liznollytillman.com and sign up. I have a free mini course over there that gives you a little bit of a prelude to kind of get you ready for the coaching program that I offer. But you don't have to wait. Here are 3 things that you can do right away to find yourself 5 minutes to breathe, whether you have a she shed or a man cave or not. Although those things, I highly recommend them. The first thing is journaling. Yeah, get yourself a journal. I know. Not everybody is an English major nerd type like me. Not everybody loves to write like I do. But whether you do or not, the act of journaling is a great therapeutic process, and there's been a lot of research around this, and a lot of what we've been talking about the last 5 days is based in neuroscience and psychology and things like that. And journaling is a great tool in implementing the law of attraction, and we talked about that the last couple of days. And the law of attraction is focusing on things that you want to manifest in your life. Journaling is a great way to do that. It's also a very therapeutic process, because how many times have we been stressed, right? Because we've got a million things going on in our lives. We're juggling all these different balls in the air, and all of that every single one of those balls that we're juggling, because we're so busy and we have so many different commitments that we're trying to keep track of and manage, every single one of those balls in the air that we try to keep up there occupies a certain amount of mental energy inside of our heads, right? So all this stuff is swirling around, and it's hard to keep up with it all, and it takes a physiological toll on you. Journaling is a great way to make sense of all of that and to process that and get some of these thoughts and concerns, doubts, hopes, dreams out of your head and onto a piece of paper. Now, what you journal is up to you. It doesn't even have to be grammatically correct. It's just that the act of journaling itself has been scientifically proven to be therapeutic. What are some of the therapeutic benefits? There's been studies that show that people who journal on a regular basis, they sleep better. Journaling can help boost your immune system, and that goes back to this whole connection to your limbic system that we talked about in some of the earlier videos. It can help to boost your confidence, because once you can think clearly and you have clarity, you can go boldly, right? And deal with the challenges of the day in front of you. And ultimately, that clarity can help. The studies say, this isn't Liz, this is the studies are saying this, that it can also help to boost your IQ. So with all those benefits of journaling, treat yourself, get yourself a journal, even if it's just a little notebook that you keep. And when things start swirling around in your head and you need to get outside of your own head a little bit, just start journaling, free writing, whatever it is, just get it out. And the act of getting it out will help you to gain clarity and process some of those things that are stressing you in your life. Okay? So journaling, that's idea number one. And how does that give you 5 minutes to breathe? Because once you clear your head, you literally clear your head through the journaling process, then you can get that clarity, and that it's a different way to help your body do this. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. If I'm making sense, hit the like button or say makes sense, or I got it. Just chime in or whatever. So, okay, that's number one. Second idea, office hours. In my work-life balance coaching program, I talk about office hours. And I know you're saying, well, Liz, I don't work at an office. I'm not an office hours type. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a doctor. Why should I have office hours? Here's why. You need office hours, but you need them at home. Office hours at home. Write that one down. I joke with a lot of my sorority sisters, and we call ourselves AKA for Alpha Kappa Alpha. And I joke that my AKA office hours are over for the day because I only have X amount of hours in a day. And I love my sorority, just like I love everything that I'm committed to. But I only have a certain number of hours in the day that I can allot to doing that awesome community service work that we do. So I joke saying, my AKA office hours are over for today. Now, that I'm not going to turn away people that need help, but it's only half joking. It's half serious, because I do put those boundaries on myself, because AKA, as much as I love my sorority, isn't my only time commitment. My family, my husband, my kids, my mom, my extended family, my friends, my job, my coworkers. I have other commitments, and there's only a limited supply of hours in the day. So what I like to do is, if I have standing commitments or I need 5 minutes or whatever, I tell my family, and they know that on certain days, between certain times of the day, or if I'm in my office and the door is closed, then I'm on my office hours. Do not disturb. That's part of why I have a trainer. I go to the gym Tuesday nights. That's one half an hour, 30 minutes. It's actually 35 minutes a week. That is exclusively just for Liz. And I don't take meetings. I don't take conference calls. around that. I don't even stay at work late because I have a really long commute. So I make sure that I'm out of there and I catch an early enough bus to make it there, because those are 35 minutes a week. That's my appointment. That's my time. That's my time to breathe. Right. So we talked about literally, but we're talking about a little bit more figuratively. So set your office hours. My family, they know that if I'm in my office, because this is my home office, and the door is closed, then I'm processing something. I'm in the middle of my creative space and I'm in my space. And, and they usually don't disturb me unless it's an emergency or something really, really, really important that's coming on. That's office hours. So set those boundaries. Schedule that time for yourself, even if it's only 5 minutes. Eventually, if you can get 5 minutes, you can get 15. If you can get 15, you can get 30, right? But schedule that time. Even if you have wee tots, little ones at home, tell them, Mommy needs 5 minutes. And if you explain it to them, now I'm not saying neglect your kids, don't do that. But, ask your spouse or your significant other or whatever to watch the kids just for 5 minutes, to give yourself that 5 minutes to breathe. And if you can schedule it and make it real office hours, even better. Take that time for yourself. So practice office hours at home. All right? Give yourself 5 minutes of do not disturb time a week. Just try it. If you can only get 5 minutes a week, and then try, getting 5 minutes 2 nights a week, 3 nights a week, until finally it carves up. But stick to it. Stick to it. Even on nights when I'm not able to make it to the gym, my family knows, we know that's your gym time, so we'll come back at 8 o'clock. We'll come back after 8 o'clock. They know, even when I'm not going to the gym. I'm like, no, it's okay. You can come on in. I'm not going to the gym tonight. They know. So eventually, you will program others to give you your time. So if that's making sense, hit the like button, chime in the comments. Let me know. Would love to get your feedback on that. So idea number 1, journaling. Idea number 2, office hours at home. Idea number 3 is literally to practice breathing. Yesterday was all about yoga and being physically fit and taking care of our physical selves by getting up and moving and being a little bit more physically fit or physically active. And what I love about yoga was that the yoga classes that I've taken, they all have a breathing and meditation component to it. And I didn't really get this stuff, to be honest with you, but then, I'm kind of a nerdy, geeky, like I want to understand why I'm doing something, not just do it. So the more I started to research, I found out that it's the basis of something that's called mindfulness, which I'm a big proponent of. And breathing has a lot of physical and emotional benefits to it, which, we don't have a lot of time to get into today. But essentially, when you're stressed, if you're running like a crazy person, like I know you are all the time, the act of breathing can slow your physiology down. It can slow it down. It can literally calm your body down so you can think straight, get a grip on your situation, get control of your emotions and things like that. In my book, Great Work, Great Rewards, I write about this, but I share this little exercise, and it's 4 steps, and I'm going to use this as my guide to share it with you now. It's a very simple breathing technique that I learned in yoga class, and then I did some additional research reading about it online and in different books and stuff like that. And there's a lot of benefits to calming your nerves and getting your 5 minutes to breathe. And this technique doesn't even take 5 minutes. But just wherever you are, you can do this anywhere you are. So even if, you're just sitting in your car, not driving, sitting, like let's say you just finished shopping and you're stressed and and everything before you even drive away from the store. If you just want to sit there and practice the technique I'm about to show you, do that. If you need 5 minutes under your blanket and green tea and that we learned about in day 1, you can practice this breathing technique. It's called, and I may not say the name properly, Samavriti, and you learn this in a lot of yoga classes and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, had a little technical glitch there. And it's very simple. There's 4 steps. Step 1, find a comfortable position. So you can be sitting, you could be standing, you can lay down and do this. This is a great technique if you're one that's so stressed out you have trouble sleeping at night. You can do it with your eyes open or eyes closed, but just be comfortable. And you want to breathe in through your nose as you count to 4. Let's try it. And then step 3 is breathe out through your nose to a count of 4. And repeat. The process here is really about balance. It's called balanced breathing, and you want to breathe in, and you can go up to count of 5, 6, 7, 8 if you want to. But the point of the matter is, you breathe in through your mouth and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your nose. You can do in through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. I'm sorry, I confused you. So you can either do in and out through your nose or in through your nose and out through your mouth. You could do it either way, but make sure that the counts, and you count inside your head silently to yourself, are the same. So if you're breathing in to the count of 4, you breathe out, you exhale to the count of 4. If you go up to 6 or 8, you can do that too. So practice that. It's a great way to literally and physically calm your nerves when things get to be a little bit crazy. So those are 3 things that you can do to get yourself those much needed 5 minutes to to breathe, which is the golden rings of the self-care challenge. So that's all I have to share for today. I hope this has been helpful to you, giving you some inspiration. Of course, there's a bunch of other things that you could probably do to get those things, to find those 5 minutes to breathe in your man cave or in your she shed. So share those ideas. If you have extra ideas, please share this video with other people who may be stressing with this stuff, or invite them over to my Facebook page to catch the live series over the next 7 days, or tell them to catch me on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And before I sign off, I will sing the song one more time, because I think 5 minutes to breathe is so, so, so important. So with that, I'm going to invite you to come back tomorrow for day 6, and I am just going to sign off with one more rendition of the song. So here we go. I'll leave you with this. So on the 5th day of self-care, my true self gave to me 5 minutes to breathe. 4 yoga classes, 3 Kindle books, 2 scented candles, and a blanket with a cup of green tea. See you tomorrow.